There's no such thing as a perfect parent, but everybody's a perfect parent until you actually have children.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this episode of Mom Talks with Krista. If you like real, raw, and unfiltered motherhood, this episode is for you. Today I interview Christina, who is from Omio Mommy on Instagram, and she is a mom of four, lactation consultant, and labor and delivery nurse. And she shares her real life approach to motherhood and shows that life does not come with a filter. She's also going to talk about how humor plays an important role in her life and how she posts on Instagram, and also how she deals with the haters. This is going to be in two parts. Let's dive into part one. Thanks everyone for joining today. I'm so excited because we have Christina from Omio Mommy here, and I've been following her for a while, and I just love first of all how you carry yourself on your page. You're very transparent and vulnerable, but you're funny too. So you're fun to watch. Which I think every mom out there likes to see too. So that's why I wanted to invite you on today. So just to get started, can you just tell us a little bit about you and everything you do?
My name is Christina. Obviously, I have a public Instagram account, Omio Mommy, and that started with a blog, but then I realized I was having a lot more fun reaching moms through Instagram, so I started doing more with that. I'm a mom of four. I'm a labor and delivery nurse and also a lactation consultant. So I'm super busy. I'm married. My husband's in the military, and I think that mom life is hard and wanted to find a way to reach more moms and talk about it.
Let's talk a little bit about your page and how you got started and how do you come up with your ideas and what you want to share?
So unlike most people, I don't plan content out. A lot of the times if I find something funny that happens during the day, I'll grab a clipboard with a piece of paper or a letterboard or something, and just even a piece of paper, take a quick picture and then add some sort of thought or something funny that happened that day that I know will entertain other people and also be extremely relatable. Because I think often we see the cute letterboard pictures with these perfectly curated Instagram feeds. And that's what I first saw when I came back to do this. And I was just exhausted by it. It just didn't make sense. There's no way anybody had time to maintain that lifestyle past taking that picture. So it just wasn't fun for me. So Scary Mommy, Juggling the Jenkins, all those funny mommy blogger type accounts, that's kind of my goal, to be super relatable and sarcastic and talk about all the good things and the bad things about motherhood. So
yeah, I think that's awesome. Because like I was saying, I feel so many new moms feel they have to fill this persona. So I think it's so cool just show the raw of it and show what every day is that there's good days and bad days and everything in between. So as you kind of talk about humor plays a key role in life and motherhood, and how are you able to turn different moments into humor, and how do you express that humor, I guess?
My husband's military, so he hasn't been deploying much, but when my babies were little, he was gone a lot. And those moments, I think, were so hard that sarcasm was how I dealt with it. So just my children would do something absolutely ridiculous, and instead of losing my marbles, which I still did, I found humor in it. If my kid's climbing on a table, I would, find some way to spin that, make a joke about it, and just everything real that was happening. I have to be a little bit sarcastic because we have a right as moms to complain, but I think making those complaints humorous shows other moms that hey, it sucks, but we can laugh about it. So I kind of like that, that little mix.
Yeah. I think that's so powerful too. Like you're saying, Juggling the Jenkins, she kind of turned it into being very transparent and funny.
Yes.
And it's you can be all things. You don't have to just be, a funny account or a cute account. You can kind of mix it all up.
Yeah, definitely have fun with that. Cause it's they tell you a lot of the social media, training is to niche down. And I can't quite niche past just being mom.
So another thing we kind of wanted to touch on was that with
motherhood in general, I guess life in general, people are judgmental, but then motherhood on top of it, people have their own opinions that are better than yours. And then you're judging you. And then on top of that, being on Instagram. So like, people, the keyboard warriors want to say something. So
yes,
how do you deal with, all the judgment, unsolicited advice?
That's a great
blocking it out.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I will say there's no such thing as a perfect parent, but everybody's a perfect parent until you actually have children. And every single one of us has a completely different story. Whereas for one mom, breastfeeding came easy. And so she's passionate about it. Me with my first child, to the point where I almost got a little judgmental of people who didn't. And I still, I feel intense guilt about that. Like I should have never, because I've grown so much, and now I understand that just the baby's being fed is best, and mom being taken care of, and her mental health is best. So usually I like to use a character on my Instagram, and I call her Judgy Janet, which is like what most people refer to as Karen. It's all the same person. Judgy Janet and Karen hang out. They're in, their own little circle, just, browsing social media and trolling, and I definitely will get trolled even on like the most innocent posts. And one thing my girlfriend said to me, she said, "Look at you now, Chris. You've made it when you've got haters on here." And I was like, "You dang right." Because like sometimes I do post things to get a rise out of people because it opens conversation and it's interesting to hear difference in opinions, and you have to stand for something, right? And some of my opinions aren't going to be everybody's opinions, but I always try to answer them with grace. And I also try to like say, "Oh, well, thanks for your feedback," and kind of like spin on it and make like a joke of it as well. Everything boils down to humor for me.
All right, guys, that was part 1 of my interview with Christina. Next week will be part 2, where she's gonna talk more about being a working mom of 4. How on earth does she balance it all? Plus, now, in addition to everything she's already doing, she now has e-learning added onto the list. So we're gonna dive into how she does it all next week. So I'll see you then.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Mom Talks with Krista. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. It should be down here somewhere. We release new episodes every single Wednesday. And if you're not following us yet, be sure to follow us at Mommy Knows Best on Instagram. And remember, if you're watching this and doubting yourself, you are a great mom. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next week.